Adams, Tennessee. A quiet town with a dark secret. The Bell Witch. For generations, this entity tormented the Bell family, leaving scars both seen and unseen. The legend says Kate Batts swore a curse that would echo through time. Locals still feel it, a chill in the air, whispers on the wind. The Bell Witch's rage was so powerful, it's said to have killed John Bell himself. The old Bell farm remains a place of dread, avoided by animals and people alike. In 1996, the energy shifted, nights grew darker, the air heavier, something was coming and the town braced for a new chapter in the haunting. This is not just a ghost story, it's a bloodline curse that refuses to die. The whispers of Adams were about to become a scream. In the spring of 1996, Delilah Parker arrived, mysterious, intense, drawn to the old farmhouse on Bell land. She ignored warnings, bought the cursed house, and kept to herself. Rumors swirled, she resembled Betsy Bell, and her name linked her to the family. Soon, the bells began, soft chimes at midnight echoing across the fields. Animals vanished, the land became a dead zone, and fear spread through Adams. The entity was acknowledging her, welcoming its heir. Delilah seemed unfazed, as if she belonged to the haunting. The townsfolk watched from afar, unsettled by her presence and the nightly bells. She wasn't just living in the curse, she was part of it. The Bell Witch's legacy had a new vessel. Fear peaked when young Thomas Miller dared to touch Delilah's door. He returned silent, traumatized, never speaking again. The town realized this was no longer legend but a real threat. Reverend Michael called it a demonic infestation and led a prayer meeting. That night, a violent storm struck. Lightning set the church cross ablaze. In the ashes, a note appeared. "You cannot cast out what is of my own blood." Signed, Betsy. The message was clear. The entity had claimed Delilah. The Bell Witch's power was now anchored in Adams. The town was trapped in her grip, powerless to resist. The haunting was no longer a story, it was their reality. After the church incident, Adams surrendered to fear. Delilah became a phantom, rarely seen, her house a monument to the curse. On full moons, bells rang louder, and some claimed to see her dancing in the yard. The farmhouse decayed, but the haunting thrived. Delilah vanished, but the energy remained. Now, every Halloween, townsfolk leave offerings at the fence, bells, coins, candy. It's not worship, but appeasement, a plea for peace. The warning endures. If you hear a bell at midnight, do not investigate. Turn and run, because the bell is a summons, and you'll never know if it's calling for you, or if the Bell Witch's heir is calling you home.